Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to a show which I think this might be the best show we've ever done. Two things. One, I said might. Two, it's not finished yet. But the chances are good because my next guest, oh yes! In a change of plans, we're not having any more guests. From now on, guests. My next guest is a fantastic comedian. Our comedy CD is out, I Heart Jokes. It's in stores now. She'll be in Boston on January 24th. I think she's doing comedy. She's not just, like, going there. And then Baton Rouge on January the 31st. Please welcome the adorable Paula Poundstone, everybody.
Thank you so much. I'm not going to say Happy New Year because I don't want to date the show in case they want to use it again for like a rerun or something if Craig's on vacation, or maybe a best of. I hurt my back over the holiday, whenever that was. And I don't have good insurance. And so, like so many of us, I have to kind of cut corners when it comes to health care. For example, one time I thought I had broken my wrist. And so what I did was, when I went to the airport and I went to security, I left my hand on the bag for a few extra seconds. And then I ran around and looked at the screen. And there it was, a hairline fracture. And security missed it. What I've been doing for my back, because I can't possibly afford to go to a doctor, so what I've been doing is going to doctors' waiting rooms. And what I do is I look for someone else who's bent over in pain the same way that I am. And after they come out, I say, "What did the doctor say?" I've gone to more than one waiting room because it's good to get a second opinion. You know, a while ago, I bought a yoga mat, and not for doing yoga, obviously, but it was actually to prevent a piece of equipment from scooching on the stage during my son's school's talent show. But when I bought the yoga mat, it had this cardboard packaging, and on the packaging it said, "Call your doctor before using the yoga mat." Now, I don't think I could get a doctor on the phone if I cut my head off. I can't even imagine the conversation. Hi, this is Paula Poundstone calling. Is Dr. Teslimi there? Yeah, okay, no, don't get him out of surgery. Could you just give him a message for me? Could you just tell him that I've bought a yoga mat? And that I'm going to use it? There's got to be a reason they printed that there. You follow the money, they must have been sued. They had to have been sued, which means that somewhere, someone was doing some sort of a lotus position that was perhaps too advanced for them. And they pulled something, and they said, "Oh, gee, ow, ow, ow. Who makes this yoga mat?" I am gonna sue the hell out of this yoga mat company. By the way, I hurt my back. I was climbing down a ladder and I coughed. I did not fall. I just coughed. And let me tell you, there was not one warning on this ladder. Tell you something. I am gonna sue the hell out of this ladder, company. So that's what I've been dealing with over the holiday, whenever that was. There's a back injury, and my almost 18-year-old daughter, who, by the way, is going to be the keynote speaker at this year's unmotivated high school student convention. And she is going to rock the house. Her school is absolutely killing me. The way they deal with No Child Left Behind is they have everybody hang back. In order to graduate from high school now, the students have to pass an exit exam. But at our school, I don't know if it's this way where you all... At our school, if they can't pass, they allow them to stay until they're 22. They call them super seniors. And unfortunately, they are not bright enough to realize that they're being mocked. Some of them wear capes. Well, Happy New Year, and have a safe summer. Thank you very much.
Really about your back?
Yeah.
Hey, please sit down.
Yeah.
Can I get you a cushion?
Shooting pains.
Do you want a cushion?
I don't need a cushion.
All right, I use a cushion here.
You do use a cushion.
I do. I only use a cushion, though, to make me taller than everyone else.
I know you were towering over Ted Danson.
I was.
Okay, was anybody else creeped out by Ted Danson? Well, it was his son-in-law that was proposing to the daughter, and they were behind a tree?
Yeah.
Didn't that bother anybody else?
Well, I think it's the first his daughter knew of it was when she heard him talk about it tonight.
What if she'd see it? What if she's like, who's behind that tree? Is that my parents behind the tree? I don't know. I see that as a private moment between fiancé and... You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But it's Ted Danson, though. It's Ted Danson.
Yeah, but that's...
I mean, fair enough, but it's Ted Danson.
I think the daughter is used to Ted Danson by now and is not all that impressed.
Oh, come on. How can you be used to Ted Danson? She must go down to breakfast in the morning and go, oh my God, Ted Danson! He'd be like, I'm your dad.
Yeah. She goes down every morning and says, breakfast for everyone! Line them up! Because he was a bartender on Cheers. I don't know if you've...
No.
Apparently you haven't followed Ted's career.
I'm not originally from America.
No. When you proposed to your wife, by the way, were your parents behind a tree? Because I just find that
the first
awkward.
One. The first one,
they were?
Well, actually...
That's like entrapment, for God's sakes. That's not right. I'll tell you something. If they haven't had sex yet, she better check the bedroom.
It's Ted Danson. It's Ted Danson. Hey,
Honey, what's that noise? Honey,
Making your way in the world today takes...
I just saw George Went in the bathroom.
George Went in the bathroom? All right.
We don't do that here.
Okay. Hey, is that true about the high school seniors thing? Is that absolutely
super
true?
Seniors. Yeah.
See, I was already working on my first divorce when I was 22. That is it.
A lot of the super seniors are too.
That's fantastic.
That's where some of the distraction comes in.
Well, it's going to get in the way of the
three or
SATs.
four kids and a divorce going on by then. They have a backpack and a snuggly. I don't think...
That's a snuggly? That's not the sign for snuggly. Since when did that become the sign for... That's the sign for snuggly. That's the sign for Ted Danson.
Yeah, a lot of times the baby's carrying mommy's pencil bag.
That's a shame.
It is a shame.
Hey, we're out of time, but will you...
What do you mean we're out of time?
Well, you know, the show's
plenty of time for Ted Danson.
It's Ted Danson. It's Ted Danson.
Let's just check that we're really alone.
Yeah, and sometimes when he sees you, he goes like this. You have to... Oh, never mind. Paula Poundstone, everybody. We're right back. is a comedian. She's at the Guthrie Theatre, Minneapolis, on May the 18th, the day after my birthday. Our comedy CD, I Heart Jokes, is available on our website. Please welcome the very funny, the adorable Paula Poundstone, everybody. Paula Poundstone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The Supreme Court has ruled that we cannot say the F word on television, not even once, like Cher did on some awards show. Or the FCC can fine the network. I love Craig Ferguson, so I am going to be very careful tonight. But I certainly don't see what the big crime is, although I'm glad we've gotten to the bottom of it, because so many unanswered questions for America. We don't really know whether or not we can torture, but now, with certainty we know, there are some words we cannot say. People can pretend there's bad words if they want to, but I have 3 kids to raise, and I really got to focus on the important stuff. I have a 5th grader who hates school. Every time we drive past his school, he says, "I'm going to blow that place up." So I try to motivate him. I say, "Well, I don't think you got enough science for that, do you, honey? Just you got to work with what you got." Raising kids is not easy at all. And I got to tell you something, every now and then I feel a little sorry for Joan Crawford. I'm not saying I think it's okay to beat your kids, but I am saying, my guess is she said no wire hangers nicely several times. My son would tell you that on Friday night I blew up and yelled, "Pick up your sock," and cursed. And he'd be right. But what he wouldn't tell you, and probably doesn't even know, is that on Monday night, we were on our way out of the car, as we are 5 nights a week, coming home from gymnastics, and I was loaded down with bags. I had the snack bag and the beverage bag and some water bottles and a Tupperware container and some books and the cello and a dog leash with a German Shepherd on the end of it. And my children leap blithely from the car and run empty-handed to the front door and tell me that I have to hurry with the key because they need to pee. So I've been asking my son, see, he changes clothes in the car, so I've been asking him to please bring his own clothes in, which means that nightly there is a trail of socks and underwear going from his seat in the car towards the washing machine. So I told him, I said, inventory. You know, you got 1 butt and 2 feet. If you get to the washing machine and you don't have 2 socks and a pair of underwear, then get the Hardy Boys and go back because you got a mystery to solve. So on Monday night, he dropped his sock by the little table in the ballroom. And I said to him, I said, "Honey, you dropped your sock. Could you just pick it up and put it in the laundry?" And he said, "Yes, Mom." So on Tuesday morning, when I saw the sock there, I said, "Honey, you know what? That sock is still there. I guess you forgot. If you could just grab it, pick it up, pop it in the old washing machine, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. Thank you, honey. That's great. Thank you." So on Tuesday night, when I saw the sock there, I said, "Honey, you know what? I see you forgot the sock again. If you could just pick it up and put it in the wash, I would really appreciate it." So on Wednesday night, after walking by the sock all day long, I said, "Honey, Mommy has OCD, and it's really hard for me to walk by the sock that many times. If you could just put it in the wash, I'd really appreciate it." So on Thursday night, when I saw the sock there, I said, "Honey, you know, the truth is, I could put the sock in the laundry for you, but I don't think that's what's best for you. Because you know what? I'm hoping in 8, 9, 15 years or so, you move out of here and you'll be able to put your own sock in the laundry." I said, "Do you remember on The Miracle Worker when Helen Keller's parents let her grab the food, running around the table, and then they had to hire Anne Bancroft to beat the stuffing out of her in the summer house? Well, I don't want that to happen to you. So if you could just put the sock in the laundry, I would appreciate it." So it is true that on Friday night I said, put your what Cher said sock in the laundry. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
There it is. You got it all to look forward to.
Wow. Oh, with the kids and the socks, and it sounds... What age are your kids now?
That one's 18.
Wow. Have you got the teenagers?
No,
you got
I have an 18-year-old, and I have a 15-year-old, and I have an 11-year-old just turned.
Oh, that's a lot of pop culture and Jonas Brothers and SpongeBob and the Twilight. Did they make you watch the Twilight?
My daughter Allie made me watch Twilight over and over again. She made me watch it at the 9:30 showing on Christmas night with a backache.
I hate that movie more than I can. It's a bad movie.
Have you seen the special features?
No, I can't say as I have.
Yeah,
actually,
because
no.
it came out on DVD.
I saw it on the pay-per-view. It was either that
You
or...
saw it on the pay-per-view? Where were you that you would pay?
No, on the TV. They get the pay-per-view on the TV.
What's pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view. Do you have a television?
We have a television. I don't allow my children to watch TV. Well, that's not entirely true. I tell them they can watch it.
But it just can't be on.
They cannot turn it on.
Right. No, that seems fair to me.
But they can watch it. Are you really close friends with the Obamas?
Yeah, very, very. We go everywhere together. Why on earth? Why on earth would you think
that? Because you told Lawrence that Obama calls you after the show.
Yeah.
To give you notes.
No, that was a lie.
You lied to Lawrence Fishburne?
Dr. Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, I did.
Got to tell you something. The doc bought it, hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, yeah. No, he's out here thinking, I think Obama's going to come to my show. Ferguson's really going to get him there. I know. And it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, it might well happen. But I think that it happening because he was here, not so much. No. I mean, I might get him Sarah Palin. I mean, that's it. Do you enjoy Sarah Palin?
I'm pleased about the whole Sarah Palin phenomenon because now many children know that Alaska is not in a box just off the coast of California.
Well, that's true. Yeah. No, she's got it's up there. Because they think it's on the way to Hawaii.
I think that was her best contribution.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, I do. I think it was her best contribution. Boy, the Biden thing. He was so good in those presidential debates.
Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Yeah. He loves trains, that guy, doesn't he? I mean,
he loves
trains. He's always banging on about trains. Oh, trains, I tell you, if we could just build more trains, America would be great again. Let's build a train over to Europe. And he's crazy. He's nuts for trains. Lock it off with the trains, Biden, I want to say to him, but he would ignore me because he doesn't know who I am.
Was that on pay-per-view? I've never heard him talk about trains.
Oh, no, he's always going on about trains.
I've never heard him talk about trains. I've heard him go off. I heard him even in the vice presidential debates. I heard him say that in America, we're about equality, and he went on and on and on with everything that made it sound like he was for same-sex marriage. And then she said, well, are you for same-sex marriage? And he goes, oh, no.
He's for same-sex marriage if it's on a train.
He gave...
That's the way it is. He's like, yeah, the gays can marry up as long as they're traveling above 65 miles an hour. It's like Speed, but with scatter cushions.
Only on the Silver Streak. Yeah, that's...
We're out of time, Paula. We're completely out of time.
What do you mean we're out of time?
We're out of time. I'm going to have to do to you what I did to Dr. Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, you just threw the doctor right on off.
Threw him out. Get the hell out of here. Paula Poundstone, everybody. We'll be right back. I tell you that sketch better be good, because we've been running trailers for it all week and we haven't shot it yet. I'm sure everything will be fine. What's the worst that can happen? The roof could cave in and we'll all be drowned. Do we have time for emails, Craig? Was that the door? Oh, hi, it's Paula Poundstone, everybody. Paula Poundstone. Hi, Paula. Hi, Paula.
Whoa.
Hey,
thanks for letting me use your dressing room.
No, that's all right. It's
Mine was you had to get certified in scuba diving to even come here tonight. Flooded.
there's a light rain in LA. Knock it off.
No, I barely got here. It was misting.
Hey, I don't. You catch me. I'm rather embarrassedly in the middle of doing the emails. Will you do the emails with me?
I'll do the emails.
All right then. All right.
Aren't they usually on a computer screen?
Yeah. If you've got a computer, that's one way to go.
Wow.
We get ours typed out by a team of short people.
In your dressing room, your computer is soaked right now, so don't even bother.
I don't stop making up this lie. I have a dressing room with a computer, and I don't have a computer or a dressing room.
Well,
I turn up here, I try and disguise myself and come in with some Australians, and then I sneak in every night. All right, this is from Erica in Alpharetta in Georgia. You ever been to Alpharetta?
Alfretta? No. Are you saying it right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's probably my accent.
Well,
Maybe it's Alpharetta.
if there's
Is it Alpharetta?
if there's vowels in it, there could be trouble. Let's see.
All right. Alpharetta, right there.
It looks like Alpharetta.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Alpharetta.
thanks for your confirmation. All right, well, you want to ask me then? Because it's addressed to me.
I'll tell you what it says. It says, I know about all the bad things you've done.
Why? Did you read it in my book, American on Purpose, that's available in all fine bookstores?
There should be a box around here somewhere.
Yeah, knock it off.
No, it says, where is the best place to buy this? You know what? And they couldn't have sought a better source of information here. Where's the best place to buy emerald jewelry in the Bahamas?
Is that what they say? Where's the best place to buy emerald jewelry in the Bahamas?
I just read it. That's what it says.
If there's vowels in it, there could be a problem. That's why
I like how you go like this to validate.
Yeah,
that's what it says. Yeah, that's what it says.
I'm just letting folks read at home, trying to be some kind of, trying to do my best for the folks at home, just trying.
So do you know where the best place?
I do. Yeah, I do know. I'm not mentioning where it is. I don't actually. I don't know if you should buy emerald jewelry in the Bahamas because of the tax coming back into America if you live here. But if you don't, what's the problem?
Well, I think she's from Alpharetta, Georgia.
Oh, yeah, you remembered that, did you?
Yeah. How did the test go for you?
Becoming an American?
Yeah.
It was really easy.
Did they mention Alpharetta, Georgia? You're going to pay those taxes coming back into Alpharetta, Georgia.
No, they didn't mention any of that.
No,
the test to become an American citizen was, do you like soda? Yes. Do you hate Al-Qaeda? Yes. Welcome to America, son. Here's a good one. All right, you ready? This is from Ellie in Aberdeen in South Dakota.
From who?
Ellie. Yeah, do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. She says, Dear Craig, men are pretty awesome most of the time. But my usually cool, tough guy boyfriend is a whiny baby now just because he has a little cough and a few aches and pains. What's up with men making such a big deal and being so wussy like that?
It's to you. What do you think? I'm here to bring out what you think.
Are you a therapist? Well, I think... No, too late.
All right. Not that you're a cross-section of every man, but how are you when you're sick?
Well, I get sicker than most people when I'm sick. Because I am flamboyant. So, if I have a slight fever, it's like, I have a fever. How are you when you get sick?
I'm not as flamboyant as you.
All right.
You know what? I had swine flu last year, and I think I handled it very well.
You had swine flu last year?
I did.
That's before anyone else had it. You're like ahead of the curve, girl. You really had swine flu?
I did. I had the swine flu. I'm kind of cutting edge that way.
What's it like? Forget the emails. What the hell's the swine flu like? What?
Well, it wasn't that bad. I woke up one morning on a bed of Teflon with 2 eggs beside me, but other than that...
Wait, you're mocking me. You're mocking me because I'm stupid. I'm talking Rock of Love stupid.
No, you know what? I barely got here tonight because some jerk was out on the freeway yelling douchebag at everybody.
All right. Paula Poundstone, everybody. We'll be right back. Please welcome Paula Poundstone, everybody. Paula Poundstone.
Hey, thank you very much. It's so nice to be here. I love being on the show, but I got to be honest with you right up front. When comics are supposed to come out, we're supposed to do, 4 or 5 minutes, and you finish with a big joke. And I don't have a big joke to finish with, and I just want to be up front with you. What I like about Craig's show is that it's not phony, like a lot of the late night talk shows are phony, and they have a band, for example, and then when you don't have a joke, the band just plays and the crowd knows that was it, boy. But that's what a band is for. The band is so that if your jokes don't go over, you got somebody to talk to. And Craig's not like that. When his jokes don't go over, he talks to you. He talks to you. This is a very real person. I think that's part of the reason probably that Obama won't be on this show. And I think that's good, because like what he was saying about the New Zealand premier guy, right? I don't like to see the world leaders, certainly not my president, on late night talk shows. Although Obama right now is just doing show after show to explain his healthcare proposals, and we gotta vote. We gotta pass something soon, or he's gonna be a regular on General Hospital. We gotta move. We gotta move on this. I don't know about the rest of you, but I only have, even if I manage to get a few minutes to watch the news a day, and somebody can actually be explaining something to me about the healthcare thing, man, that is great with me. But when I flick on the news, and they have those nutty, shouty-outy people at the town hall thingies, that's all they follow. There can't be that many of them. Who could be that? We're not all that screwed up. The things they're shouting, they take us off topic. What was the one the other day? Okay, look it. And let me just say right up front, because I'm not phony, I'm going to tell you right up front, I know virtually nothing about healthcare reform. But I would be willing to bet my life that there is on any plan, on any proposal, a chloroforming Grandpa Day. With my eyes closed, I can know that. I don't have to read. We don't need the 3-4 days to read the legislation. I know that. The odds of our having to use the same rectal thermometer are very, very slim. They're not helping the shouty-outy people. And there were people in the United States of America that did not want our president to address our school children. Why? What? There's a guy at our elementary school who comes every year to talk to the kids about selling cookie dough so they can win an iPod. I think we can fit the president in. I really do. When Rob Lowe, years ago, got popped for videotaping sex with some young woman, his community service was that he had to talk to school children. Gee, I think we can shoehorn the president on in that schedule. And what did he want to say to our kids? He wanted to say, stay in school, work hard, and wash your hands. Let him get blue in the face. Let him do it. I've told my kids those things over and over again. They don't listen to me. I saw the tribute to Kennedy, to his kids talking, and they would say, geez, you know, they would say, I will never forget when my father said that nothing is impossible. All I could think of is my kids are not going to remember a damn thing I ever said to them. Maybe what would they remember anyways? Pick up your feet. Boy, I wish you had a band.
I'm being the band.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
See, when you first came out there, when you said, I like the show because it's not phony.
I
went, not phony? I thought we were very funny. We were very funny right there at the beginning. That crocodile's funny. There's nothing wrong with the croc. And then I thought it was phony.
Phony.
It was your accent. I couldn't understand it.
Your accent is messing you up again.
I know.
You know why Obama won't be on this show? Because people know that you're not from this country originally.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to be associated with anybody where they can say, oh, see?
He's from Scotland?
Exactly.
Yeah. You know,
that's one of the reasons Obama won't be on this show.
But I know I've seen some of the shouty-outy people myself on the TV, but I don't think any of them are seriously going to try and claim that President Obama is from Scotland originally. Do you think?
Lou Dobbs tonight.
You think? Do you watch a lot of that? Because that drives me. When I watch the politicals, either side of them, I watch enough. I go, oh, I can't stand it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
No, I watch CNN because it's there.
Right.
It's just there. It's on 24 hours a day. But what I'm finding is that that's too much time for them.
Yeah.
So
it's true, and that is why they have Larry King. Because Larry fills up, there's a whole hours of television where he just goes, and people are like, oh, Larry, he gets all the world leaders go on Larry King. You know why? Because they know they can run rings round him. That's why.
I think he's having Gaddafi soon, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll have. No, he said he had Gaddafi on. Yeah.
Oh, he did already?
I think so. I think they had a good old chat about brisket or something.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about him. He goes to the heart of the issues and really uncovers.
Yeah.
And
you ever been on Larry King?
No. Yeah, I was on once.
Is he very farty? He was here. He didn't fart that much, but
did he fart?
Yeah, well, I heard he's very farty. But when he was here, I asked him about it, and he said that he had farted once, but it was in Atlantic City many years ago.
You actually asked Larry King if he farted? You asked that?
Yeah. I don't have a band. What the hell else am I going to do?
I just came up with the second reason Obama's not going to be on this show.
No, come on. To be fair, I wouldn't ask the president if he was farting. How do you know he's not going to be on the show? I heard he was thinking about it.
Oh, that Obama was thinking about it?
Maybe.
You're a bastard.
He might be thinking about it. He could be watching right now thinking,
no.
You know, that guy, I could run rings around him. He could be...
I'll tell you something. If he can't get on Dancing with the Stars, he'll be here.
Oh,
that's...
Man. Do you watch that?
No, I have tried to get on Dancing with the Stars, but I've never watched it.
You tried to get on it?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
It's not good.
I saw the...
Hey. It's not good. No.
That's exactly right. I thought that if I was on it, it would be good.
Oh, well, that's fair enough.
It was just me trying to serve again.
But they had Tom DeLay on that show.
I heard that.
Tom DeLay dancing.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, that's not good.
That's not good at all.
No, that's bad. No,
Tom DeLay should be maybe in court, but not in...
Just the very idea of Tom
DeLay.
Yeah.
Imagine you had to dance with him. Imagine you go on the show and went, your dancing partner, Tom DeLay. Hi, how you doing? Or how about the mayor of Cleveland?
Yeah.
Or the mayor of East Cleveland.
No,
East Cleveland,
the mayor
I should say.
East Cleveland looked like it wouldn't be bad. But I gotta say, if I were on Dancing with the Stars, which, let's face it, is a possibility. If I were on Dancing with the Stars, I think I would say to them, where did Tom DeLay dance? And then I wouldn't go in that section.
You can't make up your rules like that. Come on. That's not right.
No, you see, like this, see your show, you make up. That's what I like about this show. You defy some of the rules of television late-night talk shows.
You know why?
No. Oh, money.
Don't have any.
You don't have any.
We don't have any money. I'll tell you, this is true, right? The reason, why do you think we don't have a band? Because I have made some kind of artistic decision that we don't have a band? Are you crazy? I mean, if we could have at least an accordion player, I would do it.
I'll tell you something. My son plays the drums and the cello, and it's so hard to get him to practice.
That's awesome. Drums and cello at the same time?
No, not at the same time. But it's very hard to get him to practice, but if I told him he could be on your show while he practiced... Do you see what I'm saying?
I see where you're going,
so
yeah.
It's a win-win. Win if you include the cello.
How much would the young man want?
He gets $4 a day.
Well, I don't have that kind of money.
No, he doesn't necessarily get the $4 a day. He gets $4 a day if he can do his responsibilities without mentioning the computer first. I haven't paid him in months.
You know, you should really meet Gaddafi.
Because I
like it,
yeah. You're exactly right. I'm really trying to get my son on the straight and narrow, and it has not been easy. So I like him to play the cello because I'm hoping that it gets him into a better gang. I just...
Oh, it'll get him into a gang, all right. Yeah. I don't even know what that means by that. I don't even know what I mean.
See, but that's the thing about your relationship with the crowd. It's so beautiful. See, they knew.
I wish they would tell me. Paula Poundstone, everybody. We'll be right back. First, please welcome Paula Poundstone, everybody. Paula Poundstone.
Very much. You know what's great about being me? I'm single. I can buy myself a treadmill and really enjoy it. It's so great. I want to welcome, I know there's a lot of tourists here today, and I would like to be the first to welcome you to California, the state that leads the nation in the To Hell in a Handbasket races. We are so proud. We are so broke as a state. Our school district is cutting everything. I think this year we may not have an art program at all in our school, and last year we had brushes but no paint, which makes the protege thing really hard to pull off. In order to have a science teacher in our elementary school this year, each student has been asked to bring in a body part. And they're going to assemble it, and he, she, or it will be the science teacher. Very, very good news. One of the things in California that people are very upset about right now in Los Angeles is that they're trying to add those cameras to the red lights. But honestly, so many of us don't have money that it's really the best shot we have at a decent family photo. Just load the whole family in the front seat, gun it through town. Beautiful thing. But you know what frustrates me the most is that the thing that's costing us so much money in the schools is that they keep buying computers. In my opinion, kids do not need computers to learn. The guys who wrote the Constitution didn't even have a ballpoint pen. I don't think we need computers. And they're so expensive. I mean, the truth is, you could assemble 4 or 5 science teachers for what it costs to have a computer. My son is actually addicted to computers, which is another reason that I absolutely hate them. It's a real live addiction. If I tell him he can't use it, he has a fit. If I let him use it and then make him get off, he has a fit. And I mean holes in the wall, broken things, terrible, awful, awful fits. And somebody gave me a book called The Explosive Child. It's a book that was written by a therapist with a philosophy about how to talk to children like my son. It's a way of dialoguing that teaches empathy and problem solving. And each chapter in the book is a story of a different family that he has helped. And there is actual sample dialogue in there. And I have tried to use it, but let me tell you that my son does not do his lines. There's this one where there's this girl, and she's having a fit, and she's yelling at her mother, you know, I want to go to Joey's house, I want to go to Joey's house. And she's kicking her and throwing things, and the mother's hiding behind a chair, and the kid's going, I want to go to Joey's house. And the mother says, I see you are upset. That makes them feel heard. That's very important. And the kid says, I want to go to Joey's house. I want to go to Joey's house. And the mother says, I have a problem, and I'm hoping you can help me solve it. And the kid says, I want to go to Joey's house. I want to go to Joey's house. And the mother says, if you go to Joey's house, then you won't get your homework done, and then you'll get behind in school, and you'll feel bad about yourself. And the kid says, oh. And the mother says, could you help me with that? And she said, yeah, I could do some homework and then go to Joey's house and then finish my homework. And the mother says, isn't that wonderful? I tried this with my son. He was yelling and screaming, I want to use a computer. I want to use a computer. So I said, you seem upset. And he said, no, duh, I'm upset. And then he says, I want to use a computer. I want to use a computer. He's kicking me and throwing stuff. And I said, I understand you want to go to Joey's house. I have a problem, and I was hoping you could help me solve it. He said, what the hell's the matter with you, and who is Joey? No one can help you. It's not really working that well.
Paula Poundstone, everybody. Paula.
I'm going to sit.
How lovely to see you. Sit down.
So nice to see you.
I'd like to talk to you longer, but I want to go to Joey's house.
Joey's house. I'm sitting in the chair of your boss's wife.
Yeah, Julie Chen is married to my boss. It was a very difficult time for him when she comes here because I think, who do I piss off, him or her? See, you don't know, do you?
I can't even imagine being you in that situation.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can piss me off.
I bought you a treadmill.
It didn't bother me at all.
Hey, it doesn't bother you because you're thin.
It wouldn't bother me at all. I would just put it right over that steppy thingy I don't use.
Is it one of those?
No.
Is that machine can actually make you gay if you're not gay, if you're a man? Yeah, no, it's been proven if you do that too often, you're like, this is fabulous, and then you're straight out the door, up the street.
Have there been studies?
Yeah, yes, studies I've made up have proven this. Do you ever make that? I do this with my kids. I have one, but if I have more, I'm going to do the same. Well, I will have more because my wife's pregnant. It's a long story. Anyway, what I say to my son is, I say, no, this has been scientifically proven. And then he goes, oh, and he goes, I said, if you don't get this amount of sleep, it's been scientifically proven. And
that woo?
Yeah, I go like that, woo. Scientifically proven, he believes it, and he goes to bed.
Wow.
Do that with your kids.
Wow.
You can't play with a computer. It'll make you put in whatever your son doesn't like. That area.
You know what? He's impossible to deal with on this topic. No, it won't. And by the way, a really fascinating thing happens in terms of science with my son because computer minutes are magically shorter than cello minutes.
You're trying to get your son to play the cello?
If I tell him to practice his cello,
but the cello
for 20
is the old-fashioned version of this machine.
If he plays the cello for 20 minutes, it's forever. It was so long. And if I let him use the computer for 20 minutes, it was so short. Isn't that amazing? There's computer minutes and there's
Let's get back to the cello. Why are you obsessed with having your kid play the cello?
I don't care if he plays the cello or not. And by the way, I've said that before.
Well, why?
But if he's going to take it in school and make me pay for lessons, then he has to practice. Is that?
I want to go to
sure
Joey's
you have
house.
a
No,
kid?
I want to go to Joey's house.
How old is your kid?
He's 9.
Yeah, he's going to walk all over you.
Yeah. What are we talking about here with your boy?
He's 12.
Oh, right.
He's 12. But no, does your kid take an instrument?
Yeah.
What instrument?
Tap dancing. It's the instrument of my people. No, he doesn't actually. He plays the guitar a little bit, you know, in a band. He's on the road right now, actually, so...
Every time I have to get my kid to play the cello, all I can think is Yo-Yo Ma's mother must have been a damn saint.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Did you play an instrument when you were growing up?
Yeah.
What'd you play? Tap dancing?
I tapped my way right out of Scotland and right to Broadway, lady.
No, what did you play?
You know, they made me play the flute when I was in high school.
They made you play the flute when you were in high school?
Yeah. It was terrible. That's why I ended up here.
What do you mean they made you?
Well, they made me play.
How does somebody make a high school kid
Because
play
there was only 10 clarinets. I wanted to play the clarinet, and I couldn't get it. There was only 10, and it was the school had 3,000 pupils, so I didn't get to play the clarinet. I got the damn flute. And thanks for bringing it up, because it never upsets me to think about playing the flute. I didn't even like the flute. They made me play. It's a sideways instrument. If a crab had a musical instrument, it would be the flute.
This is a very important part of American history, by the way.
That's not a flute. That's a fife.
That's the Revolutionary War band we had.
No, that's a fife. A fife is smaller. The flute goes on for miles. You need an extension on your arm. You need to be Tony Robbins to get out to some of those notes out there.
This is very historic. You should have learned. Didn't you know that for your test when you became an American citizen?
Yes, I did. That's why I'm telling you, it's a fife.
The fife. You don't play the fife like that.
Some woodland creatures do. I'll hide my nuts for the winter.
No, hide them all year round.
Right.
Hey. Yeah. No, it's. And you play for the Revolutionary War band. They had the fife and the drums, and they were injured during the war.
Right. Well, that's.
Remember that? They were bandaged up. Didn't you read about any of this?
Yes, of course I did.
Like this here, and he could barely play.
There's not a lot of questions about the band when you become an American citizen. They don't say, right, let's get on to the important stuff. Who was in the band and what did they play? I mean, that's not part of the test.
No, you don't have to know who. You just have to know what they played.
Dude, musket, fife, and drum. And then a musket's not a musical instrument.
Musket, for heaven's sakes.
At the end, you go, da-da-da-da-da-da.
They would have been...
Yeah.
Imagine being a parent trying to get your kid to practice the musket.
Oh, that'd be easy. That'd be easy.
Yeah, I blew my arm off the last time. Get in there and practice your musket. You practice
your musket, or it'll be tap dancing. We're out of time. We're completely out of time. We're done.
Is it okay? The commercial's got to start.
Right? Yeah, they got to do it. You want to stay and watch them? They're riveting.
The last one, you were absolutely right about. It was the best one I've ever seen.
Well, best so far, but check these ones out. They're awesome. Oh, Paula Poundstone, everybody. We're out. First, please welcome the adorable and funny Paula Poundstone, everybody.
There's a green mark right over there. Wavy was standing on it. I am so lucky to be here tonight on this night when all of us could be a part of seeing Craig Ferguson virtually throw himself at NBC. I thought you had to watch cable to see that kind of a come on. That was unbelievable. Oh, yeah, NBC's gonna let you drink out of your little snaky cup. I'll tell you something.
Hey!
That's the first thing that happens when you get on NBC is they take away your little snaky cup. I've seen it happen. It is so nice to be here, and I'm not just saying that. A lot of performers, frankly, do just say that. They say it's... you know, they'll say, like, it's nice to be here. And they say it because they don't really know what else to say, frankly. But, you know, let's face it, there's a lot of rich and famous people on this show. And honestly, and this is no disrespect to Craig, but there's better places they could be. Not NBC. But for me, this is very, very, very nice. I mean, okay, one time I was on the show and Michelle Pfeiffer was on. Tell me there's not a better place for Michelle Pfeiffer to be. But I'm not like that. What I'm telling you is that for me, it's very, very nice. I have 2 teenage daughters and a preteen son and 13 cats. It is so nice to be here. It's nice to be anywhere that I don't have to sift litter or hear 1-syllable words turned into 2-syllable words. Mom, I will. And I think my all-time favorite, which flew right out of my head right now, we just finished a 2-week holiday break. And my cats broke their all-time vomit record. I had a kitten who would just sit in the Christmas tree and eat pine needles. And that, combined with the traditional ribbon eating, allowed them to just smash last year's record altogether. It's become a beautiful part of our holiday tradition. I'm dreaming. It's a dicey time. Christmas was nice, but it is a dicey time of year because the expectations are high. And even Santa Claus gave us games, and even the picture on the box of the games suggests that you're going to have a far greater time playing it than you could possibly have. We don't play it like the people in the box. There's always a dad who's a good sport loser. He's obviously done something bad, and then he goes... They never show people like this. They never show anybody flipping the board in a rage. Or getting one of the playing tokens stuck up their nose. Where's the shoe? Who has the shoe? They don't play like a... Did you hear that there was... by the way, did they not start playing Christmas music way, way, way too early this year? By the time... By the end of November, they had played out the traditional Burl Ives, Bing Crosby's, and they'd moved to the less than classic Katie Couric's hip-hop Christmas. Not nearly as nice. Did you hear that they, at the White House... state dinner, it turns out that there was another, what do they call those, party crasher? When they looked more carefully at the photos, they actually saw shrubs with feet. It was like the hidden picture thing in Highlights magazine. The First Lady had a toothbrush in her hair, and there was a fish in the president's hand, and scissors in the mashed potatoes. It's nice to be here. No, I saw the stage guy held up a 1-minute sign. A second. Was the minute?
And then?
Did it?
The 30.
Are we at 30 now? Did you already hold up the 30?
Actually, you're...
What does it say, rap?
That guy doesn't work here. Why are you... Who the hell are you?
He's just been telling me stuff.
What did you do?
That guy wasn't here when Wavy was here.
Yeah, who the hell are you? You're from NBC, aren't you? Come on over and sit down. Paula Poundstone, everybody. Hi, baby. Hey. Come on now.
You hold on to that little buddy.
No, come on. NBC will be fine with me. I'm just kidding them. I don't think they're really slimy bastards.
No.
Oh, wait, I do. Sorry, I lied. I actually do.
When I signed my contract, because you sign, they come into the dressing room just before you go on. They have you sign your contract. And so I quickly wrote up in the corner, for airing at 12:35.
Very wise. Very wise. Get the time slot in there. I don't know if anybody wins when this kind of thing happens.
No, not when it gets ugly like this.
Do you know what I think, though? I think that show business people are like carnies. We're like carnies.
What, carnies?
Yeah, carnies with good teeth.
What? Oh, you mean like carnival workers?
Yeah,
is that
like
what you meant?
carnival workers. What did you think I meant?
Well,
Carnies.
you know, honestly, when you were talking about bullies earlier,
Yeah.
I kept wondering why you would be afraid of a billy.
But yeah, you realized it was Billy.
It took me a little while, but then I did. Yeah, because in context I understood it. But then it made me wonder about the Spanish thing.
I'm trying to learn Spanish.
I really admire that, but I'm just wondering if there's going to be some...
Habla español?
Sí, muy pequeño. But if there's going to be some accent...
I have no idea what she said, everyone. Don't worry. Well, yeah, there's going to be an accent if I learn to speak Spanish, of course.
But are you going to have some accent problems?
Maybe. I don't know. I can't understand if I'm causing a problem yet, because when people speak Spanish to me, I don't know what they're saying.
No, what was the armpit word?
Trumbledy. What is it? You got it?
Did you get it?
Yeah. Sobaco, yeah.
Sobaco.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you don't actually know the Spanish. Are you going to bring him with you everywhere you go?
Yeah. Look, here's the real deal. He wanted to go to Spain. I said I'd take him. I can't take him. He can't even speak Spanish. He's on a headset to a Spanish-speaking expert who's hidden somewhere in the building.
I figured that the whole... Because we were trying to figure, like, why would he want to learn Spanish? What's the point of learning Spanish? And then I realized it's all this network shakeup. And who's on top? Telemundo.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
You are covering your little snaky cup right down the road.
I tell you, I'm sneaky.
Yeah, you might want to use like an armadillo cup.
Well, you can get snakes in Spain.
Where did you get that cup? Why do you have that cup?
This is actually from the Albuquerque Rattlesnake Museum. It was given to me by my friend Mary. That's true. My friend Mary was on the show and she said, oh, I got you a cup. I was in Albuquerque and I got you this cup. And I said, oh, that's pleasant. And I now use it. It's very normal. People give each other presents all the time. I got another cup here from Mila Kunis, also a favorite of mine.
Okay.
Yeah. And she made this at Colour Me Mine.
Oh, that is nice.
Now, I'm guessing,
nice.
knowing you prefer this cup to this cup.
Absolutely not.
Oh, really?
No.
Even though it's got an ass, this cup? Like? It's either got an ass or it's being followed by a child's drawing of a bird.
It's nice.
Yeah.
How would you say ass in Espanol?
Asso. That's a pretty good guess, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Who gave you the hand sanitizer? That's a nice gift.
Howie Mandel.
Your friend...
Yeah.
I was gonna guess it was Wavy.
No, Wavy's... I wasn't going to bring the crocodile back, but then I thought, well, everyone else on TV lies, I'll do it too.
No, he was great. And they do lie on TV.
They do, yeah.
You know, and it's funny because so many of the shows are about, you know, like the court shows and the honesty and the, you know, but it's nasty.
Yeah, it's a bad business.
Yeah.
Still, it's better than a real job.
Well, you wouldn't get this.
Yeah, you don't get... Them's the perks for you right there.
That's exactly right.
We're way out of time, Paula.
You're working in a factory somewhere. You don't get those little...
Yeah, they don't save. All right, everybody, production's up. Here's your ass cup. We're way out of time. Yeah, no.
What do you mean we're out of time?
We're out of time.
Unless the guy comes right over to me with the rapid sign, I don't quit.
All right, then. Get over here. There you go. Like, must rap. All right, we must rap. We'll be right back, everybody. She's there, Paula's there on June the 19th at the Red Bank, New Jersey. Her name, of course, is Paula Poundstone, everybody. Paula Poundstone. Welcome, Paula. I said, please try and wear something red.
Well, and I ran out.
Yeah, you kept... Well, to be fair, you thought you were doing the stand-up comedy tonight.
I thought I was doing I killed.
Yeah, no, you were great. No, I heard you were doing the stand-up comedy, and I thought, well, I know you, and I haven't seen you for a while, and I like to talk to you. I thought, well, it's lovely that you do stand-up, but why not just come straight out and talk to me? But what stand-up were you going to do? Just run it by me quickly in case it was good.
Well, I was hoping that your desk was going to be over there, and you'd basically be out of the room, because a lot of it was about you. Yeah,
really?
It's going to feel awkward now.
Well, why would you do stand-up about me?
No, it's something I've been doing on the road. It's not. Don't worry about it.
Is it about me and Antonio Banderas?
It's a little bit. It's more about him.
All right. Okay. Have you ever been to Spain?
No, I've never been to Spain.
You should
go. But who
Oh.
on earth could sleep for half an hour?
It's not really about sleep. It's about Tweety Box.
I heard you say that, and I'm not sure that I'm as into the names of the private parts as you are.
Well, you don't think friendly, attractive, kind of cheerful names for private parts is a better way to go than rude-sounding, ugly names?
Well, I think when you mentioned your barbecue-sized Pringle box,
That's from that stand-up you were doing about me, wasn't it?
I felt awkward. By the way, when you do the emails, and you hold the thing up, like, you hold it up as if you're going to show people the email, and then you don't.
Yeah.
And yet you told Antonio that you try to be honest. Do you see what I'm saying? That's like a
I try to be honest. I didn't say I actually achieve honesty. I said I try to be honest. And that is symbolic of that. It's my attempt to be honest, and then no, I can't be.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Did you do a lot of therapy? Because
I am in therapy right now.
No, I didn't mean...
Right now with you. You're my therapy.
Yeah, you know what? Our time is up.
No.
Get your calendar out.
Do you get therapy? I get.
I did for many years.
Oh, you're better now? You're cured?
I'm great. No, actually, you know what? I'll tell you something.
Yes.
Maybe this is the wrong thing to say to a guy who's in therapy, but I would kill to have that time and money back.
Tell me more.
Well, I'll tell you something. I think we are big, giant bags of chemicals that walk down the street, and it's a matter of just sort of balancing that somewhere. And a lot of times, it's really not. Certainly not about dreams and not about your mother. And I just think that I'll give you an example. I was back.
Have you been talking to my therapist, by the way? All right.
She comes to a lot of my shows, and so she's heard the stuff I do about you. Right. Okay, I was backpacking with my daughter Allie, and we were up at Mount San Jacinto, and
I didn't know you spoke Spanish.
So, muy pequeño, and
Tootsie Fruitsy.
So we were, and we both got dehydrated, and we had altitude sickness. And I felt really bad. I mean, it felt like unhappy for a brief amount of time. But I could feel my emotions sinking like a rock. And when later we discovered, you know what? Drink water and come down low.
Yes, I understand.
It's not as complicated as hours and hours of talk.
I understand that.
That's why you're hydrating now.
Yes, that's why I stay. That's why I drink, and we record the show, at sea level, but slightly above sea level. No, I think that's true.
Yes.
But I think there's also other things as well. I mean, you can't just say it's not just that. It's not just chemicals.
It is just
No, you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater there. There's.
You know what? That happened to me once.
You actually threw a baby out with bathwater?
No, I was thrown out with bathwater.
You were a baby
when I was a baby, and boy, has that affected me.
See?
It never occurred to me that would come up tonight, but...
Right.
I just had a breakthrough, honest to God.
Yeah. Well, luckily we're at sea level.
I want to thank you for that. Yeah, that was...
So you stopped therapy because you think it's all about chemicals?
No. I stopped therapy.
I
stopped therapy because I ran out of time and money.
Yeah, well, there is that.
But later I discovered that it was really all about chemicals. Yeah, you get more sleep, you feel better. Look how happy the Spanish are. Do you see how happy
Yes.
Antonio Banderas was?
And
he was a happy little fellow. He was in his T-shirt and jeans.
Don't call him a happy little fellow. He's Antonio Banderas. He's not a happy little fellow. He's a sex god.
No, look at him. He was in his T-shirt and jeans. He had just come from a little play group. He was adorable.
Knock it off.
He's a happy little fellow.
All right.
What makes you think he's a sex god? Did
you hear the accent? He was like, Craig, guys, talking to you. And then he was doing all that thing. And he goes, the applause, it makes them when they flip the channel, they want to stay. I'm like, oh.
And all of that was sexual to you?
Yeah. But that's, to be fair, because of the chemicals in my body.
I was about to say.
I got a lot of chemicals in my body.
You gotta balance that. You gotta balance that out. Yeah, you're supposed to be physically active. Like, what do you do before you come to work? What do you do? Because you have to be in a. You nap.
Yeah, nap, and then during the commercial breaks, nap, and then when I go home, Tweety box, nap.
You know what you do, which a lot of talk show hosts don't do, and I've been around, I know this, which is you talk you go right up to the camera,
right,
like that,
yeah.
And then you're really talking to people at home that are watching you, and it reminds me of Romper Room when I was a kid. It was a kids show. You didn't? No, because they don't have that.
I was thrown out with the bathwater. I never saw it.
Yeah, okay, it was a kids show, and there were local shows, so different people had different romper rooms. Ours, we had Miss Jean, and Miss Jean would take this mirror, and she would say that it was magic mirror, she would say,
yeah.
And then she would say that she could see us at home watching. And she would say, I see, Janie, I see Susie. Oh, Bobby, watch where you're eating your toast.
That's creepy.
Well, it's kind of like you talking into the camera like that.
So you say
you give this illusion that you're actually talking directly to the people on the other side of the camera, and as a viewer, I'm just saying, as a viewer, it has made me feel watched. And a lot of times after I have that feeling, I quickly drink some water.
And get to sea level.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I try to hydrate.
We're out of time.
We're out of time?
We're out of time.
Okay. Well, can I come back next week?
But you come back a week after if you want. You come back a week after. You should come and do the emails with me.
I want to do the emails.
Well,
I would like to do email validation. I would like to be the person who holds it up to the camera because you don't do it good.
Hey. If you're gonna mess with them.
What kind of validation is? You should be a lawyer. Exhibit A, Your Honor. It's a bloody knife, isn't it? It's creepy, isn't it? People are watching at home right now, and you're watching them. That's the uncomfortable feeling. You're watching Tweety Box right now, aren't you?
I'm just watching the camera, but I'm thinking Tweety Box. Then again, I'm pretty much always thinking Tweety Box. We're really out of time. We gotta go.
Right.
I mean, help me out here.
Let's go.
All right.
Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, anytime.
Jeff?
What the hell is that? They thought they could play us off. It's not. I got an Oscar.
That's weird.
Yeah, now we're going over. Now we're going over.
Is this your show or is this your show?
Exactly what I'm saying, Bob.
A guy in the back's with a radio.
Let's get rid of them. I'd like to thank my agent.
That is absolutely disrespectful.
Disrespectful. We do have to go though. Paula Poundstone, everybody. We're right back. Welcome back, everybody. My next guest is a wonderful comedian. I love her. She's at the Keswick Theatre in Glenside, Pennsylvania on March the 11th. I've played there, and it's a great theatre. Not when I'm in it. but it is when she's in it. Please welcome the brilliant Paula Poundstone, everybody. Paula Poundstone.
Thank you very much. It is so nice to be here, but we don't have time to talk about that. The pressure on this show for time is unbelievable. Like, Aaron came off, and I said, I didn't hear the snake story. Could you go back and tell it again? And they're like, no, we can't. And they told me that they hoped that I would do 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Like I have the slightest idea what 3 minutes and 45 seconds is. I have no idea. And now that I mentioned Aaron's snake story, I probably got 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I have no idea. Did you see the Academy Awards? Because they were very pushy with time there. Nobody could thank anybody. Nobody could do anything. They were just take the thing. Here's your trophy. Get off. Get off. It was all about the time. It was a lot of pressure. And by the way, some of those people have had a little bit of work done. Did you notice that? Some of those people look like big birds flying into a really strong wind. So we're trying. Normally we don't watch television at home, except for this. But which we tape and then watch all day long, over and over. It's a loop. We have it on a loop. I noticed, by the way, somebody wrote and asked you, Craig, what were your favorite comic? Who was the best comic? And you listed 3, and I'm assuming you were doing it alphabetically, and you just didn't get to the P's yet. But. What a statesman. All right, so anyway, we're watching the Academy Awards, and my daughter, her phone rings. She has a cell phone, and it goes, and she picks it up and does this into it, and then puts it down again. And I thought, well, great, it's over. Whatever it was, it's over. And then it goes, and she did it again. And I realized I never knew this. That's texting. I didn't know what texting was. She was texting. This is the stupidest thing I ever saw in my entire life. I mean, if phones hadn't been invented yet, I would say it's brilliant. If you were doing this like in a phone, it would be like, bring, hello, click. Bring, good, and you, click. It's the stupidest thing I ever saw in my entire life, but they were very pressured for time on that show, just like comics never get any time. We get like a couple of minutes and then off. Now, I was driving on a road the other day, and I went by one of those kind of men's nooner bars, the girls kind of places, and they had a sign up that said, continuous entertainment. Boy, I am not jealous of that, though. How hard would that be? Just, Oh my! This is so much easier. You know what? I'll tell you something. You know what I am jealous of is Joan of Arc. Not the steak part, but she had a confessor. I love that. She traveled with a confessor. She could wave the guy over, say what she needed to say, unburden herself, and then. I would kill to have a confessor. Just somebody that during your day you just go, I ate Pop-Tarts in bed last night. You guys have been great. Thank you very, very much.
Paula, you are, of course, continuous entertainment, and you are, I have to say, I had not gotten to the P's yet. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I mentioned, I was just
You weren't to the P's yet, and apparently you're starting with the W's.
Who did I start with?
Robin Williams.
Well, I started with
by
Robin's
the way.
sensitive. He's sensitive.
He's very
if you
sensitive,
don't
and he's a
put him
brilliant,
first,
brilliant
he
man.
would be upset.
Yeah.
And then, who's the funniest
He's
person?
probably on tomorrow night, too.
Who is on tomorrow night? No, we don't really
Tell you something.
plan that far in advance, really.
I'll tell you something, not me after that kind of a slate.
Why? I didn't
No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding. By the way, how many times have I invited you to ping pong parties now and you've blown me off?
Well,
every single time.
Okay, I'll come to the next one. When's the next one, then?
Tomorrow night.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace is on tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's great at ping pong. He's the ping pong champion of that show that he was on. Is that show?
He's in movies.
Yeah, that movie he was in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was in Volcano. He was the guy. He was playing ping pong in the lava. Was going,
Snake was curled up on his shoe with
that was
paddle.
quite the story, Aaron told. I was on the edge of my seat. Where are you?
I missed the whole story.
No, that was the whole story.
No, I didn't hear. No, they put a mic on me, and then I came back, and the snake story was over.
No, well, what happened? Well, let me just run it by you quickly again.
But I loved Aaron Eckhart. Was so.
He's great.
He was great, and
He's very nice.
he was in the Dark Knight. He was the
Batman movie,
was the
and
Two-Face, and so I was so nervous to meet him tonight because I knew I was going to be staring at one part of his face. Yeah, he was Two-Face.
Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face.
Tommy Lee Jones was in The Fugitive.
Yeah. You don't just get one movie. You can be in more than one movie, unless you're me. But one movie.
No, he was not in.
Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face. He was like like that. Aaron played.
You did drugs with Tommy Lee Jones.
Nobody does drugs with Tommy Lee Jones. He's too angry. He does them all himself, and he doesn't even let you come into the room.
Yeah, okay, but that's when you saw the.
Yeah. The thing is about Tommy Lee Jones is.
Try that to put the baby to sleep.
At this point, I'll try anything. If it's got a shot, I'll do it.
They love that.
No, I don't know, man. I'm really running on empty right now. Really, honestly.
Because you have a young child and then a baby.
Yeah. Well,
I got to tell you something. What you got? 3 hours? Is that what I heard? You got 3 hours sleep last night?
Yeah.
You just wait. You just wait.
What? Yeah.
I would kill to get 3 hours sleep.
How many kids
When
you
your
got?
kids get older, 3 hours sleep is a luxury.
Why? That doesn't make any sense at all. Didn't you just say go to your room and I'm going to take a nap and stuff? Why not? Who do I complain to about this? This is not what this is the opposite of what I had in mind.
No, it's not like that at all.
Why are you doing that? Do you hate me so much?
There's homework. I can't remember if I told you guys this the last time I was here, but I'm going to tell you, it bears repeating. I'm going to give you one of the best parenting tips you'll ever get in your entire life.
What?
Okay, in order to avoid the poster project, which your kid is bound to have.
Been there already, yeah.
All right, this is how you avoid it. Go out, maybe in August, and buy a stack of poster. Put it visibly, show your kid. Poster, putting it up in the closet. They will never have a poster project it's like a talisman. You can even kind of shake it around the house a little bit.
Oh, like sage or something like that?
Right, they will never get a poster project. However, if you do not do that.
Yeah. No, that's two things you did. First you did that one like that, and then you did that one like that. That's two acting things.
Yeah. I'm a gifted, I was in Volcano.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I was part of the lava. I was spewed out.
Oh, come on.
Did you really? Wait, okay, is it really a movie, Volcano?
Yeah. And what happens is that Tommy Lee Jones, he's like, it's a volcano, And somebody else is in it. Who else? Andy Dick. And he's like, volcano. And that wasn't bad. I've never tried Andy Dick before. That was all right, actually.
Okay, frankly,
volcano.
I gotta tell you, it has shades of many other characters that you do.
Pretty much they're all the same.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of go like that, except Michael Caine. Because he doesn't, I mean.
No, he's not like that.
No, he's more like that.
Who's Andy Dick?
Andy Dick? What's wrong with you? He's the one the kids go nuts for.
Andy Dick?
Andy Dick, that's through the comic, the kids are, I don't know.
Don't know him. Don't know him. So he's on your list before me also.
No, Paula, you are the funniest person I've ever met.
Thank you very much.
With a P.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to take a break.
What do you mean we have to take a break?
It's just one of these things we do in television. Like every now and again, we show commercials for something so that somebody can get paid. Obviously not me, but somebody.
Andy Dick.
Well, do you want... Does Andy Dick get paid for this show?
You get every single time you go to a commercial. This is the sort of like Zuzu's petals and the angel's wings. Every time.
See, now that's sweet. You just, that's voice like that. And you did the one like that. And then you just
do you know what? Do you know what I'm referring to when I say those things?
No, but I'm trying to look smarter than I am.
Okay. By the way, you used the word homage before. In the earlier part of the show, when you were talking about the movie, the Johnny Depp animated film, you used the word homage.
Did I use the word homage?
Yeah, he did, didn't he? He said homage.
Yeah, well, I meant to say homage.
That's more like it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah,
there's still bits of Europe floating around me, you know?
Very impressive.
Thank
you kind of keep us Americans on our toes a little.
Hey, I'm an American too. Got my tattoo.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a break and
There's
then
a place in Beverly Hills called Dr. Tatoff, and they can get that right.
I don't want it off. I don't want my tats off. Tats off.
You keep your tats
see, and there's
on.
another one. There's another one. Now you're doing that one, and you've done that one, and you've done that one.
Keep your tats on.
All right, well, look, I'm going to play some commercials. Just stay there. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back.
If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area and would like to attend a taping of The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, please call 323-570-0059 or visit oneiota.com.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig?
The people who had the show before, was that the alien cat? No. Welcome back, everybody. So I just was told that Aaron Eckhart was Two-Face.
I knew that.
I feel such a fool.
I know. It could have happened to anybody.
No, it could only happen to people that were foolish enough not to know.
Are you sure that he was in Volcano?
I'm not sure that he wasn't. I think, no, he wasn't. Definitely not.
No.
Tommy Lee Jones in that one.
Yeah.
Didn't Tommy Lee Jones
You have like a thing for Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, earlier he said he was in Annie. I don't think he's in.
I never said he was in Annie, didn't he? But he did play Daddy Warbucks.
He did.
And Annie, he did a Two-Face thing in that. The sun'll be up tomorrow night. We're out of time, you know.
Oh, gee.
I mean, the whole show is out of time.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is. That's a get your award and say hi to Craig and get off.
No, you've taken up almost half the show.
Yeah, but you know what? Did I take up almost half the show?
Almost half the show. The show is mostly you and Aaron's rattlesnake story.
Which I never heard. Bring him back on to finish telling the rattlesnakes. What did he say happened?
Rattlesnake was on his foot, and that was it. You look... You know,
boy, they put that microphone on me fast.
The thing is, I think when you look like Aaron, who gives a rat's ass if you got a good story? He's a pretty handsome dude.
He's very handsome.
Very handsome.
Very handsome. I would have to agree there. Even when he was Two-Faced, which was supposed to be a scary character, even when he had like part of his face eaten away, the other part of his face was good looking.
All right, we're out of time. Say goodnight. Good night, Paula.
Thank you so much.
All right, please state your name and occupation for the folks at home.
My name is Paula Poundstone, and I'm the...
You're the robot tonight. You're going to be the personality and voice of the robot this evening. That's what you're going to do.
I'm the voice of Jeff the Robot.
Jeff the Robot, yeah.
And
what you do?
Personality.
Yes, what you do is you go backstage to a pod where you'll be encased in a pod and your mind and body will be taken from you, much in the same way as you know, when you take drugs. Which of course you clearly have a problem with, and then your personality will be put inside the robot for the length of the show this evening for hilarious antics to ensue.
This is not what they told me. They didn't tell me anything about a pod or any kind of So what happens again?
No, well, who are they, Paula?
I think I spoke with the producer. Someone called my house and said that they worked for you.
Oh, yes. The Nigerian prince.
Yes. And I sent money right away.
You got to send the money right away. And that's to you folks at home. If you receive an email asking, for money from a Nigerian prince, get that money off there. I'm just winding them up. They shouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, don't
do that.
I almost did I almost did the friends stuck in the London airport thing. Did you get that one?
No.
Yeah, there's one where somebody that knows you supposedly writes and says they're stuck in the London airport and they need money and they have like a good reason. And I almost did it. And it turned out it wasn't real.
Is this the kind of hilarious Rocky you're going to be doing in the robot?
I was just telling you a true story.
Well, that's great if we were doing a documentary.
It's no Chicken Margaret. Not everyone's going to be able to do Chicken Margaret.
Don't mention Chicken Margaret. I haven't talked about that yet.
I do a linear show.
Well, that's not how we do things here.
I do a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
What do you think of that story, giant bouffon hair Jeff, tonight?
That was a very, very moving story, Craig.
You mean it was a very, very moving story? You were upset by the story of Chicken Margaret?
It reminded me of a time when I was not flush and I shoved some nail clippers up my skirt.
Well, I hope you know where the hell this is going, because I don't, and I'm not going to help you. What happened then?
It was in order to steal the nail clippers.
I see.
No one would look there.
A nail clipper isn't really a big ticket item, and a frozen chicken can run a few bucks.
I said I was not flush, Jeff.
All right.
Look at my nails, for God's sakes.
Well, look good. Yeah, but I mean, no one's asking you to go for a manicure. I mean, look, if I was down in my luck, like this, the last thing I'd think is, well, I've got no money. Where am I going to get my nails done?
You don't know the first thing about down on your luck, fat cat.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? While I have you know, I'm not a fat cat. I'm a dancing monkey for the CBS Corporation, just like you. Now, introduce the commercials.
Here comes a commercial that could save our economy.
To the big show where tonight things are not as they seem. Yes, they are. They're exactly as they seem. Very good. That's very nice. I like your hair. I think your hair choice tonight is very, what's that? Stupid. You can't see your mohawk. Your beehive's covering your mohawk. I've had a nickel for every time I've had to say that to someone.
I went with what I felt tonight. I felt beehivey. There's something about you that makes me feel beehivey.
Are bees actually inside your hive?
Do you hear that little buzz sound?
I thought I just had too much coffee.
No, that's the beehive. You're looking sartorially excellent as well.
I don't know what that means.
Robots have an excellent vocabulary.
Oh, really? Is that why you used excellent twice in the same paragraph then?
They also jam.
Jam?
Jam, as in repeating...
You don't want to have jam with all these bees around, you'll get infested.
No, they jam, as in repeating the same thing over and over because it's jammed. It's a machine, a robot.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know we were talking young people. Is that what the young people are saying? Hey, we're going to jam?
No.
What up?
Dog.
Cat. That cat.
No, the phrase is "What up, dog?"
I'll bear it in mind. What time is it?
It is time for tweets and emails. Dog.
This is from Ashton. This is from Ashton. Ashton. I wonder if it's Ashton.
He tweets a lot.
He does tweet a lot, and it is an email, which is very close to a tweet.
Oh yeah, it's an email. He does that too.
What?
He does that too.
He does. He emails and tweets. He knows all the ways to think. No. Ashton in Westchester, Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's him.
That'll be him. Dear GP and the Ferds, I think my boyfriend...
Oh!
Ashton, I think you just made the news. I think my boyfriend might be cheating on me. I think it's a different Ashton.
No, this is
No,
him.
I don't. No, it is. It's a different Ashton. I think my boyfriend might be cheating on me. Is there any way to find out if it's true without invading his privacy? No. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't. You ever been cheated on there, Jeff?
Never. Never. People are...
Okay, good. Worth checking, worth finding out, worth knowing. You're really helping. This is from David in Toronto, Canada. You ever been to Toronto, Canada?
Have I been to Toronto? Ken, I got a place there. I love to throw beads, go swimming, get naked.
In Toronto? Really?
Yeah, love to do that in Toronto.
Well, that would explain your present condition.
You ever been to Toronto?
To Toronto? Me? I'm never out of the place. I go all the time. I tell you how often I've been to Toronto. I don't even call it Toronto. I pronounce it like locals say Toronto. I call it Toronto. Hey, we're in Toronto. Do you mean Toronto? No, I don't have time for T's. Toronto.
They just run it. They just run it on through like that with no T's.
Yeah, they just Toronto, just like that. That's how they say it. Toronto.
Whoa.
In fact, sometimes they don't even say that. They just go. Sometimes they welcome to Canada and the lovely town of.
They're busy people. They're busy people.
They don't have time. They don't have time. Do you know what they say? Toronto is like New York run by the Swiss. That's what they say it's like. That's what they say it's like. Well, when they have time. But they don't have time. What they just say is, Swiss. That's all they say. Anyway, David says, Dear Craig and Jeff, I'm about to begin...
Yeah, he didn't say that.
No. They said some of it.
That's ridiculous.
Well, you know, it was written by someone whose body temperature had been lowered a great deal by a frozen chicken that they had pressed against. I'm about to begin at university and I'm trying to pick up a major. Haha! Any suggestions? Go to West Point. See what I did?
Yeah, I see what you did.
I turned it into a joke.
Yeah.
Like a real joke.
There's two uses of the word major. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's right. I took the other word of the major and I made it a homoerotic reference.
Yeah. You making something a homoerotic reference. Blow me away.
I like your style. This is from Calvin in Surprise, Arizona. Is it Surprise, Arizona or Surprise, Arizona? Bet you never heard that before. Dear Craig and Jeff, a friend of mine has convinced me to hire her, but she's turning out to be a terrible employee. Should I fire her or just wait to see if she improves?
Are you waiting?
I'm waiting to see if you improve.
Yeah. You know, I put this hair on especially for you. Those kinds of comments. You know, us. Have you ever been to Surprise, Arizona?
Well, you want me to say that to you?
No. Have you ever been to Surprise Arizona? I'm asking you.
Oh, you're asking me if I've ever been to
Have you
Surprise
ever
Arizona?
been to
Is that like code? Is that like a...
You know, I couldn't have made it more clear what I was asking.
I thought it was some kind of, homoerotic double entendre. You ever been to Surprise, Arizona? As in, have you ever seen another man naked? That kind of thing. Like, when a man takes off his pants and goes, Surprise, Arizona!
No one has ever taken off their pants and surprised all of Arizona.
You're wrong. Call me, Arizona. All right, this is from Abigail in Fargo, North Dakota. You ever been in Fargo, North Dakota? Got a little place there, like to go swimming, bake, naked beach. Dear Craig,
Fargo, North Dakota. Love it. Love it.
It's nice. It's a nice place. They made that film there. What was it called again?
Fargo?
Yeah, it's the one. Dear Craig and Jeff, my best friend recently moved into my apartment while she looks for a new place to live, but she stopped looking and is getting pretty comfortable. Is there a nice way to get her apartment hunting again? Yeah. Probably ask her to make a video with you where you both make out with each other.
How many times does that work for you?
Every time. Every time.
Boy, that surprised Arizona.
All right, we're going to get time for one more. One more and that's it. We're out of here.
One more and that's it.
We're done.
Time's up after this one.
Well, one more. We don't have time. We don't even have time for this one.
Nope.
So let's do it. All right. This is from Karen in Lake Forest, California. I don't know if you can tell from there, but Karen's a swan. Hey, Craig and Jeff. With Christmas just around the corner, what do you plan on asking Santa for this year?
Fingernail clippers.
Frozen chicken. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, 49 of the 50 states in America, and surprise, Arizona. See what I did?
Yeah. I see how you used that.
I used it, didn't I?
You used that. Surprise, Arizona. You know, you ever been to, oh my God, you scared the hell out of me, Arizona?
I'm kind of busy.
Smaller.
We have to take a commercial break. Any ideas how we should get to it?
We should ask her what to... Is it he, Jeff, or is she?
I haven't dared look, but the hair's nice.
She's got a set of nail clippers up her...
Ay, caramba! What the hell? Look, come on. He's up. He's a kid. He doesn't understand.
There's nothing up there needs clipping, in my experience.
Jeff, get us to the commercial break.
Yeah, this next commercial is gonna get us out of the recession.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
That was the theme, the there. You did great.
She did good.
Yeah, you did really good. Well done.
Thank you very much, fat cat.
Yeah, all right. Apparently, Ewan McGregor would like a go at winning the Golden Harmonica because he feels he's able to blow an organ better than anyone else. Let's just see how good he is.
My next guest is a very funny comedian.
She's at the Mardi Gras Casino in Hallandale Beach in Florida on October the 22nd. Please welcome the adorable and lively and lovely and delicious Paula Poundstone, everybody.
Thank you very much. It's so nice to be here. I'll tell you, the anxiety I feel. I was standing just around the corner. I don't know if you've ever gone on a tour, but I was just around the corner, and the anxiety you feel while you watch the rest of the show, just wanting, to be a part of the whole thing. Do you know what I mean? Just wanting to be liked. Do you know what I mean? Wanting to bond. I'm going to tell you something. It's so nice to be here. See, that's the kind of thing you say when you want to bond. It's great to be here. I love to be here, for one thing, because I get to stay at home, and I've been traveling a lot lately. I was just in Alaska.
No way! No way!
I'm going to tell you something. I ordered a pizza. I ordered a pizza, and it was delivered by a Russian woman. All I could think was Sarah Palin must have stepped away from the windowsill for a couple of minutes there in the kitchen. Even though I heard she never actually said that. Tina Fey must have stepped away from the kitchen for a couple of minutes. I mean, I try so hard to keep up what's going on. The Republican, yet another Republican, what are they called? Debate. It's very hard to follow the Republican field. It's like watching a front-loading dryer. It's Romney, it's Bachman, it's Perry, it's Kane, it's a sock. Very hard to follow, I think. It's hard to follow the news because there's so much junk news that gets in the way. That's part of it. I was in the airport the other day, and I saw a magazine with Princess Kate's picture on the cover, and it said that she was exhausted. And it listed the things that were exhausting her. The first one was grueling etiquette training. How does that look? It's very nice to meet you. Again! It's very nice to meet you. Again! The second one was she's trying to get pregnant. Well, she should have seen that coming. And if she thinks she's exhausted now, wait till she has kids. I bet you royal whining is a lot worse than regular kid whining. But I don't want to be a figurehead. I want to have domain. I was helping my kids, with one of my kids the other day. I was helping her with fractions. And just grueling, absolutely grueling. I stumbled out of the room to tweet therapeutically. And I tweeted that I was helping my kid with fractions, and somebody tweeted back to me. They said they never used fractions in their adult life. Like as if I were burdening my daughter with some unnecessary education. I tweeted back to the guy, I said, we're working on halves. Which I think she'll need for in the event of a messy divorce. If there's a lawyer involved, she might need thirds. I was a lousy student. I was a lousy student. I took a Shakespeare class and didn't understand a word of it. And we had these kind of books where there was the text of the play on one page and then an explanation on the other. And I still didn't understand it. And they're both in English. We would never do that to another country. I think that was just the British people getting back at us. We would never make them study something they couldn't possibly understand. What do we give them? Elvis. You ain't nothing that's nothing but or other than a hound dog. That's the kind of dog one might hunt a fox with. Crying, that's crying all the time, constantly weeping. Watch for it. Here's the betrayal. You ain't never caught a rabbit. That means you have not caught a rabbit. So you ain't no friend of mine. Elvis wants his friend to catch a rabbit, but will his friend catch a rabbit? No, his friend will not catch a rabbit. And so Elvis will not be his friend.
Welcome back. I'm here with Paula Poundstone. Yes,
Four different people that work on this show, 4 different people came over to me and said, Craig will walk over, because they skipped the commercial break, they said.
Yeah.
Because of the woman who doesn't really like pizza and is not, face it, an American.
Right.
They said he'll come over to you. That's what they said. 4 different people.
Look.
I stood there waiting.
Here's the thing. If I go over there, I'm just going to have to come back here, and you're going to have to come back here anyway. So why don't you just come over here? Why do I have to walk over and come back here? It's because I'm an immigrant, isn't it? I'm an immigrant, and immigrants have to work twice as hard as native-born Americans. You can just walk over here, but oh no, I'm doing the job that native-born Americans don't want to do, which is walk over there and come back there.
No. You refused to walk over, and now you're going to hire a trainer.
Why would I?
4 different people said it to me. 4 different people said, Craig's going to walk over. And I believe I presented to you.
We've got some new interns. That may be it.
What was the phrase you used when you told no pokey? What was it you said?
Jiggery pokery.
Jiggery pokery.
Yes, it's every
That
phrase.
was so well put, I thought. That I wonder, you know, with the budget cutting and all the programs, my daughter volunteers at the Santa Monica Animal Shelter.
Wow.
And now legally they have to have the dogs and cats fixed before they can leave. But I was thinking, if they just brought you in to make your jiggery pokery speech.
Or we had the interns fixed and I wouldn't have to make the speech.
4 different people. I presented to you when I first came on that I wanted to be liked, I wanted to fit in. I finished my set. There I stand, waiting for you to walk over.
Well, look. Wait a minute. I told you why I didn't come over there, because I would just have to come back here. And what you probably don't know is I have an injured leg. You think I'm lying? Right, well, let me show you.
Wait over here.
Wait! Wait, come back!
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Now look, you made me come over there with my injured leg.
Oh my God! It's a contusion of some sort. It looks like jiggery pokery.
Let's not forget these.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah! Check these babies out. They're new!
Yeah. Well,
yeah, how'd you like that now with your fancy ties?
That's right.
Check this thing out.
No, tell me, how did you injure your leg?
I was at the kids' camp out and I banged into something, a kid. Weekend.
You were at a kids' camp out?
Kids' camp out, yeah. The school have a camp out.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, with the kids.
It's like Burning Man for little people.
No, it's just with the camp out and the 40. It's $40. Every time they go to do anything, it's $40. Have you noticed that?
$40? When's the last time you were at a kid's camp? $40?
No.
$40? You wouldn't even get half of your kid there for $40.
Every time my kid, every morning I have to sign something. Every morning I have to sign a permission slip. Have you do?
I'm a parent.
I have to sign a permission slip every morning, and it's for stuff like I don't even understand. Didn't I sign this yesterday?
Yeah.
It's every day, and you're signing stuff I don't even know. I signed one the other day that said that they were going on a trip, and that if my kid was killed, I wouldn't be that upset about it.
Did you sign your slip before you came out here tonight, by the way?
Yeah, I had to sign a thing before I came in here. That's right. I did have to sign a thing.
Yeah, the thing that says, I don't have to walk over there and get you.
All right. 4 different people.
All right. What do you want? Mouth organ, awkward pause, big cash prize. I'd go for the cash prize. You got a lot of kids.
Well, I could use the cash prize because there's a kids' camp out coming up.
Well, there you are then. 50 single dollars. You asked,
I think you should, by the way, include rat's ass, because I like that when you said I don't give a rat's ass. That could be a 4th choice.
I can't put rat's ass, but I can put in kangaroo testicles. Slightly smaller than regular kangaroo testicles because they've been to the North Pole.
This is my lucky day.
No, you're not getting them. No. But I'll give you a glittery ball.
Okay.
The backup one. No, I'm not giving you extras. It's $50.
Okay,
That's enough.
No. Take the $50.
All right, let's see.
I would have gotten the Barbie one wrong, by the way.
Well, this one's a lot easier. Iceland is in the North Atlantic.
Yes.
Its capital city is Reykjavik. Within 100 years, when did the Parliament of Iceland first convene? You're fine, it's within 100 years.
Within 100 years,
Yeah.
when did the Parliament first convene?
Yeah, that's what I just said to you.
Yeah. Barbie?
That actually... 930 AD.
Yes.
930 AD.
Yes.
930 AD is actually rhyming slang in Britain for Barbie. 930 AD, Barbie.
Yeah, when my kids were little, they always wanted a 930 AD doll.
Go get yourself something pretty. The lovely Paula Poundstone, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. My next guest is one of the funniest comedians in the world. You always say that to annoy comedians. They hate it when you say that. They're like, oh, thanks. Nothing to live up for. Anyway, live up for, live up to. I'm sorry, I've got shingles. Anyway, she's a very funny comedian. She's at the Warner Theatre in Torrington, Connecticut on August the 25th, which is any time now. Please welcome the lovely Paula Poundstone, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's so nice to be here. Things have been a little stressful at home. My son just had to have surgery. He's going to foosball camp and had to have the rod installed. And now he doesn't fit in the car and he knocks a lot of stuff over. You have to be so careful what activities you have your kids do nowadays. Congressman Morris from Indiana says that the Girl Scouts have been subverted in the name of destroying family values. I have no idea what activities they participate in, but I would love to see the badge. I was a Girl Scout. We had a smile in our pocket. Seems silly now. You know, there's so many difficult decisions that you make now as a family. My kids, for example, have decided to cremate me, and I am begging them to wait. We've been trying to get healthy. Our whole family's been trying to get healthy. I'm not serving them red meat anymore because I read a study. I don't know if you read this.
Of course.
I don't know if you read. Because you're busy. You do a lot of stuff. That's all. You do a lot of stuff. Right? Like right now. There you go. Yeah. He's reading a study right now. I read a study that said that red meat significantly decreases your lifespan. And apparently it was done by cows, but I still feel it's very important to keep my family healthy. I admit I cheat here and there. I was on the airplane the other day reading the ingredients of my Reese's Pieces bag. And the first ingredient, by the way, is sugar. And the second ingredient in Reese's Pieces is partially defatted peanuts. Here's what I think happened. I think the foreman went down to the peanut defatting department, and there was a guy down there, you know, doing Angry Birds or something. And the foreman said, "Did you defat the peanuts?" And the guy said, "Partially." And he said, "Well, put them in. I'll tell you something, I don't go to the, I will not go through the metal detector anymore, the get naked one. I won't do that one anymore because I read that it's more radiation than we are supposed to be having, and I'm at the airport a lot. And every time I tell them that I won't go through that thing, they act like, they go, "You're gonna get the pat down." Like it's a punishment, you're gonna get the pat down. I always go, "I know." And then they do that lame-o speech, you know, I come to sense the area of your body and use a bag in my hand. They say that when they do the pat down. I come to sensitive area of your body and use a bag in my hand for the sensitive part of your body. You know what I think is going to happen? I think eventually we're going to evolve and the back of the hand will become the most sensually receptive part of the body. And then they always say, I'm going to slide my hands up your legs until I meet resistance. Strikes me as odd. Wait a minute, I get distracted so easily nowadays. I totally forgot what I was going to say to you. You know what? I don't know if it's my age or too much activity or too much study reading, but even driving, I'm totally distracted all the time. And there's too many buttons. I think that's part of the problem. When, on my windshield wipers, there are 30 different degrees of windshield wiping. I can never tell if it's off. Because there's one that just goes like this. Every other Tuesday. I can't imagine what that's for. Why would you? That's for if somebody throws a chicken at your windshield. The other day I'm driving on a perfectly sunny day and all of a sudden it just went like that. I said, that's right, somebody threw a chicken in my windshield about 2 weeks ago. Thank goodness I have that feature. You guys have been terrific. Thank you so much.
Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Oh, yeah. Good to see you.
It's nice to see you. I saw your socks.
Oh, yeah, you like my socks?
Your socks, these suggest that you enjoy adventurous sex.
I do.
Let me show you something. You know what these say?
Whoa!
These say I don't want sex at all.
Okay. Now, let me see that. Let me see this.
And by the way, so far, so good.
Yeah. You know, you're going the right way about it. Let me see those. Let me put that back up there a minute, will you? Is that spats?
No, spats I think come up. I think spats are like an add-on.
All right, but
these are shoes.
Shoes?
Yes, we wear them to protect our feet.
From what? Other feet?
No, many of it from a probing PSA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, these are shoes. They're not spats.
They're black and white, though, like spats.
Yeah.
Like, would you mind if I started to call you Spats?
I wouldn't mind at all.
It's a pretty good name, right?
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
It's like a little pet name. It would be like our special thing. You don't really want to have a special thing.
Not really, but I did right up till the time you showed me the socks. Then I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe the special thing's a terrible idea.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. Every time you call me Paula, I'm going to know that in your heart you're saying spats.
I'm going to call you Spats. I'm going to call you Spats Poundstone. It makes you sound like a gangster from the 1930s. Spats Poundstone ran a place down by the waterfront.
It does.
Yeah, and you're wearing the pinstripe, so that's kind of like all you need is a fedora and a gun, and you're there.
You know what? When did you see my gun? When I was a kid, they just called me Poundstone. And that's not like a...
Those bastards.
And then they would hit me on the head. They'd go, Poundstone, Poundstone. Yeah, Steve Michaels and Tommy Haber every day of my life. Poundstone, Poundstone. I said, my, how clever. Surely you'll be writers.
They work on this show. That's weird. They don't work on this show.
No.
If they could come up with gold like Poundstone, they'd be off working on a real TV show.
No, you know, I heard you're moving to a bigger studio.
I
Is
am,
that true?
yeah.
Why?
Because I have power now.
It's like some sort of contractual wrangling. I don't understand. This is a great studio.
No, it's not.
This is a great... What is it?
It's a great studio if you take still photographs in the 1930s. Then it's a great studio. That is what this is for. It is a stills photography studio.
I don't understand what you need more space for.
My giant sock collection.
Look at when I came out. When the guy told me to come out, he said, "Okay, when you're done, walk over."
Yeah.
To Craig, he said, because he probably won't get up and walk over
Oh,
to
no,
you.
I don't like
And
that.
I thought, well, if that's too much for him, then why have a bigger studio?
I'm going to get one of those things. You know the things that the overweight people use in Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of them. You know, the little jazzies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of them. I'll
Yeah.
come right across the state.
A lot of those are paid for, by the way, with
Money?
money, but the government
Government money?
government money. A lot of those things. Yeah.
You've never ridden a motorbike, have you?
What makes you say so?
Because you go like that. When you do that, you don't rev a motorbike like that. You rev a motorbike like that.
I'm Spats Poundstone. Of course I...
You had the motorbike. I love Spats Poundstone. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Can I be in your gang?
Yeah.
Show, Spatch.
Yeah.
I'm kind of talking like this, a little bit Sean Connery. How'd you like it? A little bit.
It is a little bit Sean.
A little bit Sean Connery.
He's your fellow countryman, is he not?
Well, he lives in the Bahamas now. You know when you go to the
With
Bahamas?
Romney's money?
Yeah, sure. Is he a Romney's
Didn't Romney have a...
piece of Sean Connery?
Oh.
Romney's not that, Reg. No, you know when you go...
Talk about your investment strategy.
You know
Put
that...
everything I got into Sean
I put
Connery.
everything on Connery. No,
I gotta make a phone call right now. You know what? I'd get to the phone. Oh, it's right over there. When you have a bigger studio, you're never gonna reach it.
It's not connected to anything. People don't even use phones like this anymore. It's garbage, Paul.
You know what? In our house, that would get a timeout.
Here it gets a commercial break. We'll be right back. Every day we'll be right.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm sorry I threw the phone.
What else?
Paula's name isn't Spats, it's Paula. Sean Connery doesn't live in the Bahamas, except he does. And, anything else?
No, don't you say like who's coming up or something?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Is that...
It's
no.
the end of the show. Who's coming up? Boner
No,
pill commercial.
I mean on your...
Good night, everybody. Please welcome the terrific Paula Poundstone, everybody.
Nice to see you. Thank you very much. It is so nice to be here. I'm always excited to be on the Craig Ferguson show. People call it late show, but I call it the Craig Ferguson show because that's how I think of it. It's always very exciting to be here. I like to know who the other people are going to be on the show because it feels very show businessy to be here. Frankly, who I really want to be on with, my favorite actor, is the guy from the Earwax vacuum commercial. You know the guy who's showing the dangers of using the cotton swab? And he goes, ow! Yeah, I love him. He's my favorite actor. I would love to see him in some more challenging work. To be or not to be. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or ow! God, I love him. I just saw on the BBC website that the UN is urging the world to eat insects. That is not going to go over well in my home. I have a 15-year-old son who gets mad when I serve a green leafy vegetable. I can't imagine saying, honey, don't fill up on junk. We're having stuffed mosquito tonight. I have a 15-year-old who, he's an angry boy. He has ADD, and he loves to argue. It's his favorite thing in the world. He just argues all the time. I'm driving him the other day, and he says, will you buy me a car? And I said, no, honey, I'm not buying you a car. And he had a big fit about it. And I said, listen to me, just stop. I said, in order to get a license, you have to be able to focus and follow directions. And he said, and I quote, I want to sell my clothes at that store right there. It's been kind of a weird year at the Poundstone home. This year was my middle daughter's first year in college. I drove her 17 hours up to college, and I realized after we get up there, you know, I can't do that every day. And so, I mean, I just left her. We had a weird thing happen, a terrible thing actually happened this year. My son, a few months ago, my 15-year-old, I came home from work one day and his head was distended. And, you know, long story short, I took him to the emergency room and they said they did some scans and they came out, I swear to you, after 5 hours, they came out and said he has an infection in his brain and he has to have a brain surgery. And he and I looked at each other and just started to laugh. We go, that is ridiculous. And they said, well, we don't have a brain surgery team here, so they ambulanced us to another hospital where we got there. We were descended upon by 3 teams of doctors, and the brain surgeon said to me, well, we're not going to do brain surgery. And frankly, I was a little disappointed by that time because I was planning on slipping a $5 to tweak some things while he was in there. And let's face it, that's a rare opportunity. But the ear, nose, and throat doctor said she was going to do surgery. So in a 3-hour surgery, they drilled through the bone underneath his eyebrow, which was fine because he was going to do that anyways. And they put in a straw. They put a straw in the hole into his head so that they could shoot medicine directly into his head, which worked great for me because I had been using his ears. And so I now had I was able to just go to the straw and go, pick up your socks. You've been great. Thanks so much.
Come on over. Paula Poundstone, everybody. The hell? Is that true? Wow. Anything has she done? That's true? That's true about Thomas?
That's a true story.
Is he all right now?
He was fine, like the day after, he was fine.
Really?
I could tell because he was a jerk again.
Oh, all right.
And I'm like, he's fine. You know what he did? He was in the ICU for 8 nights, and the protocol has it that they have them on a heart monitor, but in truth, he didn't really need a heart monitor. But what he did was he figured out how to breathe weird and make the nurses come in.
Could he teach me that breathing? That's amazing. I like your
fine.
suit tonight. You're very, you know, your eye catcher. Yeah. You know, it's good
That's
enough.
nice to hear because, you know, your last guest had so many talents that I was always watching, and I did watch, and he seemed wonderful, and I began to feel, you know, less, you know, because he would write the novel, you know, does the rapping.
Ice-T, he's a rapper. Yeah, he raps. Yeah, come on,
Just say it, he raps, yeah. I do some rapping in my kitchen.
Now, I don't want to hear that. Why do you rap?
My kids love it when I rap it.
Really? I don't know. I don't know if I would like it.
I do a rapping character called Piece O' Me, and my children love it.
Really?
As they serve the milk. Yeah. Yeah. Do you do that? Because I've heard
rap for my kids.
Last time I was here, rap for your kids.
No, he wouldn't let me. Yeah, my oldest boy would be like, Dad, just don't even try that. And my youngest boy, who's only 2, is interested in fire trucks. That's all he wants to talk about is fire truck. You know, he came over to me, actually, this is true, last night he came over to me and he said, Dad, I have to talk to you a question. I said, okay. And he said, how about fire trucks? And I said, they're great. He went, yes, they are.
You know what? That is so great because he's becoming like a little talk show host.
A little bit, yeah.
I have to talk
no,
to
I
you.
hate that idea. That's horrible.
He's gonna be your chief rival.
Oh, no.
On the French show.
He can't speak French. He can barely speak English at the moment, to be honest. I mean, he's 2.5.
I have to talk to you a question. I love that.
I have to talk to you a question.
Yeah. And do you correct that or you just let that go?
I'll let it go. It's all right. Doesn't matter. They'll pick it up at college.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many have you got in college now? 2, 1?
I have one in college.
Oh, man.
My middle daughter is in college.
That's expensive.
And you know why she's in college?
Did you get clever?
Because she wrote her assignments down and then did them. Yeah, which seems to have just totally befuddled my other two.
Yeah. Sadly, it was never something I was fond of doing. No, I would never do that.
No.
Hence this.
Yeah. My son one time tried to reach out to her, and I thought this was touching in a screwed-up Poundstone kind of a way. He said to her, you know, the reason Mom knows you have homework is that you write it down. It's touching, isn't it?
Yeah, it's leaving a trail.
It's kind of touching.
It is touching. It means they're looking out for each other.
I still read aloud to my 15-year-old because he likes it and I like it. It's actually my favorite part of my whole day. Probably is reading aloud.
Reading aloud? What do you read?
To my 15. Right now, I'm reading him David Copperfield, and so the other day he's supposed to be reading Brave New World for school, but
right. I've read that.
Mr. Ojeda, he's not.
His teacher is Mr. Al Qaeda?
Mr. No, but I'll bet that mistake happens a lot. No.
You're welcome. 8th, 9th grade? 10th grade?
Mr. Ojeda.
Yeah. Al Qaeda.
It's
Mr. Al Qaeda.
It's not. It's Mr. Ojeda. You know,
Today we'll study Death to America. With Mr. Al Qaeda.
I tell you.
Well,
there may be some connection there because, man, when I go through the TSA, they are all over me. The other day I had a plastic Pop-Tart container. Like there's a container for the 2 at a time, for the Pop-Tarts, right? It's shaped like a Pop-Tart. It has plastic Pop-Tart fake icing on the cover, and it says Pop-Tart on it.
Yeah. I'm not that up on show business things, but okay.
All right, so I have that in my bag. And I go through security, and the guy picks it up, I swear to you, and he goes, "What's in here?" And I felt like I'm looking for the camera. It's a joke, right? I go, Pop-Tarts. And by the way, if there weren't Pop-Tarts in there, if there was something illicit, you know what I mean? What was I going to say? Like an M16? Why would I? Yeah. Like, oh my God, you got my heroin. I feel so silly. Usually I roll it up in my underwear, but
taking Pop-Tarts on a damn airplane? How long was this airplane ride?
I really only need a few minutes before I have a hankering, but no, they don't serve food anymore, and so you have to bring your Pop-Tarts. What did you do when you guys went to France? Did you like rent a plane or something? Did you have your
own plane? This show? Are you kidding me?
Well, I figure with the savings from the band.
Oh, no, don't you start.
No, I figure since you don't have a band, you've been socking it away for your airplane.
Well, you caught me. So, yeah. Well, I caviar and roast ox.
You guys, by the way, this is the first time I've been in the new bigger
what do you think?
studio. Oh, my God, the difference. I tried to tell you when you insisted on having a bigger studio, didn't I say to you? It's not going to make any difference
Doesn't make any difference at all.
No, the only person who got more space is the horse.
Yeah, I know. Well, at least somebody's happy.
Yeah. Oh, and look how happy he is. Look at him.
Yeah, he smiles all the time.
Yeah.
Well, we're out of time.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are, actually. Look, there's a clock right over there with zeros on it. That's how you know.
Save a couple of minutes and you sock it away for your airplane. That's what you do. You are ripping these people off. They have at least 2 or 3 more minutes.
Whoa, wait a minute.
You are.
Wait a minute.
Socking it away.
Wait a minute. First of all, this is free. Secondly, it's the middle of the night. If I am ripping them off, they're too sleepy to know.
Yeah, they know. What are you going to say something about that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to plug it a bit and then throw a commercial break. Or you could if you want.
No. It's better
come on.
It looks better, I think, if you say.
All right, then. Do you want me to do like a whole talk show thing around it?
I wouldn't. Either that or we'll have your kid come do it.
Well, it's not a fire truck, but people seem to enjoy it, everyone. We'll be right back. My next guest is a very funny comedian. Very, very funny, Jeff.
She's a legend.
She's a legend. She's an American treasure. She's just released her new CD, I Heart Jokes. Paula tells them in Boston, which is available on Amazon, iTunes, and her website. Please welcome the lovely Paula Poundstone, everyone.
It's nice to be here. Thank you. It's a lovely tribute. Did you set that up? That's a lovely tribute.
I thought it was good. I thought it made sense.
That was nice. That was nice. Hey, I have a trigger finger. Have you heard? It goes down, but it won't get up again. And so I wear the. Originally, I was told to do buddy taping, which is where you tape the finger to another finger, and it's best to use the one beside it. But what happened with that was very much like any other intervention in my family, which is that the bad finger was influencing the good finger. I have a 16-year-old son at home, which is, it turns out, is one of the worst things that can happen to a person. Oh, my heavens. Sometimes at night, after I get him in bed, I go into my room and complete my sentences. It's horrible. It's awful. And you know, I feel stupid saying this, but it's true. I did a little research because it dawned on me one day that maybe girls were different than boys, and I have 2 older daughters. And I looked up, as it turns out, for boys, their frontal lobe doesn't come in until between 25 and 30. And that's the reasoning and organizing part. And sometimes I check on him at night and nothing. It is, there's a divot there. It's horrible. I just went to a memorial for a friend of mine, and they had beautiful pictures of the guy up, and then films of him playing with his kids by the pool, and I thought, you know, I gotta get better pictures. And maybe hire somebody to play my kids. Am I the only one? Is it just, are we the only ones who struggle? That's what I wonder. I was listening on the radio the other day. There was an ad. There's these 2 therapists, a husband and a wife. Have you heard this? And they've come up with an audio tape series on coping with your teenager. And the woman does the ad. Do you know what I'm talking about? She says, the woman does the ad, and she goes, I will never forget the day that my son Jeremy slammed the door and said, I hate you. And I thought, really? That sticks out in your mind? That's good morning in our house. You have 2 boys, right? You have 2 boys.
Oh,
yeah. Is there anything you can do about that?
No, nothing at all.
Oh, my God. My son, over the summer, was supposedly going to get a job, and so he was filling out applications. He's 16, and in fairness to him, he'd not been through the process before, but apparently, when he went to fill out the applications, he knew nothing about himself. He says to me, he was filling out an application for a place called Paquito Mas, which is a chain Mexican place, and he goes, have I ever worked before? I said, not a bit, honey. And he goes, do I have any degrees? I go, sweetie, I think not knowing if you have a degree is the same as not having it, really. Then he was filling out one for Bed Bath & Beyond, which is just cruel. It's not just the regular kind they tear off the pad. It's their own. It folds out. There's essay questions. One of the questions was, why do you want to work at the Bed Bath & Beyond? Which is, and then you have to sign a thing to say you were honest. If you know the honest answer, you wouldn't get a job. The honest answer is because I don't have enough degrees to sling beans over at the Paquito Mas. That's the honest answer. I said, I said no. I've always been interested in the beyond. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paula.
Sit down. You poor thing dealing with the boys.
It's horrible. It's
yeah,
awful.
yeah,
You know what? Speaking of horrible and awful,
You're not going to talk about my moustache, are you?
No.
All right.
No. When I first glanced at the monitor, I said David Niven is guest hosting
Thank
tonight.
you. Thank you.
No, this is the thing about horrible and awful. On my way here tonight, I tweeted that I was doing my last Craig Ferguson, and I assured my followers that I would try to talk you out of it. I don't understand. Can I, I've never done, in my act when I'm on stage, which I do, I perform around the country stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And
You've done some in Boston, in fact.
I've done some in Boston,
Yes.
and I was hoping I had a CD to represent that. Yes, here it is.
All right, yeah. Oh, look, there's a CD inside. When you do your stand-up in Boston, do you dress in colonial...
I try to dress in the garb of wherever I am.
Everyone in Boston likes to wear this.
Yeah, that's... I'll tell you something I do when I'm on stage, and I've never done it here. I don't know how the camera thing's going to work for this, but I often do a puppet show when I'm on stage, and I thought it goes... So when I was thinking about not being able to be here anymore, and I knew that you would not have a serious conversation with me about it. And so I just want to say, okay, this is me here, and this is you. Okay? I just want to say, Craig, thank you so much. No one else ever even wanted me on their show. And you are the funniest of all these late-night guys by far. Well, I don't know about that so much. No, you are. You're the very funniest one. And I don't understand why you... What are you going to do, a game show? What's the language on the show? It doesn't matter. It's not like I'm going to be asked back. What about Jimmy Fallon? Couldn't you get on Jimmy Fallon? They won't let me on Jimmy Fallon doing this stuff.
I can't think why. Well, listen. It's all right. Look, Paula, I want to explain something to you. Just because I'm not doing this show...
No, put it in the form of a question. No, I'm helping you with your game show.
No, that's a different game show. I'm not doing that. Oh, the moustache makes me look like Trebek. Is that what you're saying? No, Paula.
Can I have a letter? Can I have an A? Can I have a letter? Just trying to help you get ready for your game.
No, listen to me.
You're bumming out the entire country leaving this show. We love this show.
Wait. Now.
Wait.
No, wait.
No, wait.
No, the thing is, are you all right?
I'm good.
Okay, now, here's the thing. Because you stopped
Jeff Daniels didn't do that, did he?
He wanted to.
He was making out with the stage manager in the back.
Yeah, no,
there's a whole
you don't want to
theme.
don't make out with him, you get shingles.
It's
No,
All right, so explain. I'm sorry.
No, just because you stop doing one thing, it doesn't mean that you stop being yourself and doing things. It's just...
It's the same thing, Craig.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Look, for example, let's pretend I'm an author, all right? I've finished...
You are an author.
All right, okay. Look, all right, I've finished writing that book. Well, that book's written, and then... What? You've finished writing the book? Oh, no! No, I'll write another book. No, it won't be the same as that book. That's right, it'll be a different book. I don't like change. Change is the law of God's mind, and resistance to it is the source of all pain.
We're atheists.
Let me rephrase. Change is the law of the universe, and resistance to it is the source of all pain.
Ow!
Yes, but it'll be fine.
Yeah,
It's just
it'll
a
be good.
transition period, that's all.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of therapy, this is a very closed-off position, I'm told.
No. Not if combined with this. Oh, no, that scared me. We're out of time.
What do you mean we're out of time?
Well, what happens
I
is
was
that, you know,
told
the
this
sun
was
is
the
in the
holiday
center and the
special.
earth goes around the sun, and we divide it up into little segments that we all get little portions of, and the little portion of that earth going around the sun moment that we set aside for us to have a chat on late night television, it's over. Don't blame me, blame the God you don't believe in.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, it's been very nice. Anytime on any show I'm ever doing, you are always welcome. The great Paula Poundstone, everybody. Please state your name for the ladies and gentlemen.
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth?
Yes,
Elizabeth, you got a sore foot?
I do.
Is it really sore, or did you just do it to attract my attention? Because I got to tell you, you were doing fine without any foot stuff.
I actually hurt my back.
You hurt your back? Well, sit down then. Do you want to sit
All
down?
right. Yeah.
Sit down. I've got some chairs here.
Thanks. Sorry.
All right. You got some lights on? Yeah. Here, I'll sit over here.
All right.
All right. Have you got lights on? I know I'm confusing you by moving around this vast set. Oh, look at you turning a light on as if we were actually... Elizabeth, what happened to your foot? Oh, your back, I mean.
Like 3 years ago, I got hit by a car, so I broke my spine.
What?
And I was completely paralyzed.
No.
So I was using a wheelchair, and now I'm like learning to walk again.
That's fantastic.
I know. I'm
That's
excited.
great.
So
Why did you come here, though, if you found...
legit, we only came to California to see you.
You're not kidding?
No, I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah.
From where?
Colorado.
It's not that far. No, that's great. I'm really excited. So why, if you hurt your spine, is your foot in a thing?
Because I was paralyzed, so that's like, it's my last paralyzed thing, so it's like helping me walk.
And will it return to normal health? Will you be able to wiggle your toes?
I don't know, because like with every spinal injury, they're pretty much like, I don't know if you'll walk again. Like just because the spine is so unpredictable.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know anything about spines,
well,
I know.
Now you did.
That is fantastic. How long could you not walk?
It was about a year.
That's awful.
Well, it's gotten better, so
yeah. I'm very. It's like it's a thrill ride. This story, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You know, I got to say, you kept in shape.
Oh well, thank you.
Hey! Could you take your mind out of the gutter for a minute? Well, I was going to do the secret sign to send you back to your seat, but no, I can't do that. No, we'll have to. What we'll do is we'll take a commercial break, and then we'll have Jeff carry you back to.
Okay.
Your... But I'm glad that you told us your inspiring story of recovery to health. It's almost like something good happened on this show for a change. Beautiful Elizabeth, all the way from Colorado.